Hi, everybody. This is Crypto Rich, working with you to get rich with crypto, filling our pockets with crypto profits. I'm here to talk to you and to let you know about what's happening with one of the BPSAA projects, and it's not about burstcoin. To find the best cryptocurrency investments, check out Token Metrics. Use my affiliate link for a discount. Safety and security notice. Please watch out for comments like this by scammers pretending to be me or other crypto YouTubers. Also, please follow me on bittube.video. You can also follow me on Odyssey. These are both censorship-resistant platforms, and every now and then I am going to post a video which isn't going to be on YouTube. Find me on these platforms. Hey, Ollie.
It's not.
We're not talking about burstcoin, Ollie. It's not anymore.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You're right. Ollie, listen, thank you so much for making yourself available. Really, really appreciate it. You are one of the lead devs. You are a lead dev, or you used to be a lead dev at burstcoin.
Yeah, I don't like the word lead, but yeah, I'm kind of.
Oh, you're one of the devs. Sorry.
Active. Yeah, I'm one of the most active devs there around.
Yes, you're one of the. You used to be one of the most active devs at burstcoin.
I left them. I left burstcoin.
You left burstcoin?
Yeah.
What happened?
We renamed this. We made a rebrand, and this is awesome. Yeah, we had this. We rebranded officially. The rebrand started yesterday, so we launched our new platform, new landing page, and we are calling ourselves right now. Let me see that.
Yep, I can see that Signum, and I'll have it up on the screen so people can see the website as well.
Yeah. So we changed. This is not only just a simple rebranding. There are much more things involved in that. So we had, for people who are even still on the burstcoin train, we had a hard fork on 24th of April this year, where we changed the consensus from being only hard disk mining. So we added optional staking. Let's say that, like we call this a proof of commitment.
Before we get into the details, So all what's happened is that burstcoin has rebranded into Signum, and it's not just a rebrand. There are fundamental changes to it, to the blockchain, and as a product, the software and everything, which we'll talk about. burstcoin, now Signum, is still a member of the Blockchain Privacy, Security and Adoption Alliance, which includes Komodo. Actually, can you name all the projects?
Oh, it's Komodo. It's how we call that? Etho. I think that's the name of it. We have Sentinel. We have Dragon Chain. We have BitU. We have Pirate Chain. Shout outs to all that. Did I miss? Oh, Turtle.
Turtle Network.
Turtle Network. Did I miss somebody?
Ergo Platform.
How dare I?
Too many.
burstcoin left, but Signum entered. Yeah,
that's right. burstcoin put on a new disguise, and these are 9 projects that work together to collaborate, support each other to promote blockchain privacy and security solutions. Yes. Okay. And do you want to give us a teeny weeny history about burstcoin if people who are new to this?
Yeah. burstcoin was the pioneer of proof of capacity consensus. That's meaning mining with hard drives. It started to be a fair non-pre-mine, no ICO stuff in 2014. So we are all over the game. There was kind of improvements over there. We had the phase when one of the biggest impacts were by the POCC. I have to mention that because they make fundamental work on the network stability, and they introduced a new platformer and all that stuff. And we took over. I said we, like, when they left in end of 2018, so we entered like the BAT. There was a group of a little bit more than 6 hardcore developers over there. The BMF started that, and so since 2019 we started to developing less focus on the miner and more on application and adoption, with more or less success. I would say like less success in that way, but we got an idea of the capabilities of the chain. I was pretty new to all the protocol things in regarding to burstcoin. Even I entered as a miner in 2017. So now we have 2021. We had last year the first hard fork with a new team, and then we added the new smart contract engine, the new compiler, and all that stuff, which give us much more power and flexibility to making crazy things like. Everybody's talking about NFTs, but this is kind of for us. It's like, this is okay. This is we know that we can do that. And now we have the change of the fundamental change of the consensus. I already mentioned that, so we can combine hard drive mining with a stake commitment. This was mainly because we needed to decentralize, and this is an important thing. Decentralize the miners, because we had large pools, which were almost 60% of the network space they had. and and there was no chance to convince minor miners or smaller miners to enter because they had no chance to compete with them. This is something that we see in other very famous hard drive mining coin right now. I won't say the name. The one who can't say the name is like, and so that's worked out perfectly. So we have a distribution. We have new pools raising lines. We have 2 or 3 new pools coming on, and we are very good distributed. And the new mine or the smaller miners, they have more chances to get boosted the mining power by commitment. And this is something very interesting. There's more philosophical questions behind it. I don't want to go too deep inside that. But this was the first step to the transition to Signum. So, yeah. And yesterday was the official launch of that. Yeah.
So let me just recap that, right? So I think burstcoin launched in 2014, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, fully decentralized, distributed project, no company behind it, volunteer run, much like Pirate Chain and Etho protocol.
Yeah.
And I think Ergo platform, they have that same sort of ethos, right? No company. I think Komodo as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot to mention that when we talked about the members of the BPSAA. I'm ashamed on that. I need to do my homework.
What you need to do is to watch more of my videos, because I'm hoping to have an interview with Alex Chapornoi from Ergo pretty soon. Okay, so really please subscribe, comment, like, and all that business. Anyway, so it's a decentralized project. It's got smart contract functionality and proof of capacity, which means that the way I sort of understand it is I could apportion a certain amount of my CPU to be used for validating transactions on the blockchain. But what happened?
Go ahead.
Very simple, crude analogy sort of thing, right? And what happened was larger, more powerful computers started monopolizing that process, so it became more centralized.
It's not exactly that way. So proof of capacity means that you make a pre-computation of this nonsense and this hashes you need to make all these challenges, mathematical challenges, and you save this, you store this on your hard disk. And the idea is like simplified. The more space you have, the more nonsense you can save there on that plots. And when there's coming the moment, this is the preparation of that. And when you're going mining, I even mine with a Raspberry Pi here, just to have a notion. And because I have made all the plotting before, this is the part which is computationally more expensive ones. So it would be good to have a GPU, but you don't need an ASIC miner for all that stuff. And then you just let it run, and the parts of the disk is being read during the mining process, the validation process. And so the energy consumption is like absurd tiny one. So I have even a watt meter here, and I'm just like spending 3 reais, which is about 70 US cent per month of energy costs for mining.
Wow. That's ridiculous. That's far too much. Yeah. Okay. But then what happened was you had a concentration of that capacity, which went against the ethos. And now with the hard fork from burstcoin and the rebranding and everything, it's a way more decentralized system, consistent with the ethos of burstcoin now. Okay. So there's that hard fork that happened in April. What are some of the other changes with Signum?
We extend with Signum right now. We made use of the rebranding. We have another prefix on our addresses because our addresses they start with a prefix called burst, and now it's like just an S for Signum. This is not the protocol change at all. It's just like a visual change. We let me see. We extended the smart contract engine to have more capacity on the smart contracts. On that, there were kind of other things that we introduced there, but it's the details. It's technical.
No, just before you go on, just hold on. For people who are watching, so if somebody holds burst in their wallet,
nothing changes.
Nothing changes. Just want to reassure people, nothing changes.
And we're even backwards compatible. So if a guy came, I don't know, next year comes up and says, I have a burst account, all is lost. No, it's the same chain, it's the same coin, just another name for that perspective. There are more structural or organizational things that are going behind the scenes, which make, which we're kind of professionalizing our community. This is what we're doing.
Okay, good. Sorry, I just want to make that clear. Please carry on.
No, this is important because there's one of the most mostly asked or most frequently asked questions like, what should I do? Do I need to move over my coins? And it's no, nothing changes. It's all safe. It's all safe. Yeah, just like we'll change the address prefix, the ID, the address ID, and the public key behind that won't change anything. This is all the same. This is all easy. So yeah.
Okay,
that's it.
So what else is happening? What's on the roadmap? What are you going to do? How are you going to get the word out? How is Burst going to be as big as Bitcoin? What's the vision?
Yeah, vision is the first point I want to step into, because we figured out we have so many features in our chain that we say we are not, and we were too focused on mining and plotting and like that stuff. And we said, what is all the data transfer, the encryption, peer-to-peer data transfer, like privacy questions? What about the smart contract engine? We can write smart contracts in Java, and we can do things with that, like we have self-executing smart contracts. So this is really powerful stuff. Others need a transaction to trigger an smart contract, and we can do this in a certain extent automatically. So, for example, we're running a decentralized lottery called cryptoball.org, for example. You can go there. It's smart contract driven. It's autonomous. It's decentralized. And this is only possible because of that smart contract engine. And there we have the token exchange inbuilt, so you can create your own coin on top of your own token on top of the blockchain. So there are so many features we have there, and we're just focusing on mining. No, this is not true. This cannot be. We are not only a coin. We are a platform, and our vision is that being sustainable, powerful, and secure blockchain platform. This is like what we call ourselves. This is our new vision of the stuff. It's like a smart, secure, sustainable Signum.
Yeah. Okay, but so I know that the project has had its problems, because there was the original team of developers, and there was something that happened, and they all sort of left, and it became like this sort of dormant, almost dead coin. Then you and was moved in and got it going and everything, right? I mean, the tragedy is you had smart contracts before Ethereum.
Yeah,
you're older than Ethereum. 7 years you've been going, but nobody knows about you.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do about that?
Really true. That's not really true. There was a spike in 2017, for example, when McAfee started to shill burstcoin, but of course it was kind of a pump and dump scheme. You know that. I think the mistake was made in the past is the focus, the too technical focus. When I stepped into Burst, it was too technical. So you need to be very tech savvy to work on that. There's no usability questions around there. And this is what we want to change, what we started to change with a new wallet, which is a simpler wallet, less feature, but simpler. It's more like appealing. And we're going on that way. So we are modernizing the entire upper stack on top of the protocol. And we're trying to attract. Now the time has changed. It's just like, it's not only this niche chain and this nerdy, geeky stuff anymore. We want to reach out the mainstream. We have to do that, because if not, then the entire chain has no real value for that. So, right. And this is what we are looking right now. And this is already reflected by the new style guide. We had a professional designer who designed all this stuff. We have the entire site was designed by professional designers. They're working together with us. And they come from this Signum Network association, which I will mention in later. So whether we have new sources and new backers helping us out and giving us what we deserve, I will say it like that. So because it's a pity to see that nice piece of technology that's such versatile, that's going to be forgotten or not known by anything. It's like,
right, okay. So let's have a look. So because it's a fast coin, but Signum, it's a fast coin, fast transaction times. It's a platform protocol, so you can build applications on top of it. So in a way, it could compete with Cosmos and Komodo and Binance Smart Chain and Ethereum and Polkadot.
I do think so. Yes, exactly. And we have one thing that's different. This is we have this hard drive mining, which is kind of aiming for sustainability. So we were very less energy hungry like the traditional proof of work things. And this is something that is like differentiating. We have some technical differences. If you say fast chain, I will be a little bit more conservative on that and saying like we can do up to 80 transactions per second right now. Mm-hmm. There are under certain circumstances can even be more, but being realistic, kind of that. But we are working on that to speed up the things, because we have some use cases which we are aiming towards where we need more transaction throughput. And this is something that we will establish the next month, to having a more consistent development team working on the protocol and on the application layer, principally on the application layer. And in that moment, I want to thank all the new people coming to the community right now, because we have a bunch of new people coming in and helping us out. New pool software, new pool UI. People are working on a new compiler for smart contract stuff and all. This is crazy, and this has just happened a few weeks ago, and it's just it seems that we are really attracting people right now for some reason. I don't know exactly why, but this is good feeling.
Okay, well, I'd like to think that it's because they're all subscribers, people who watch my videos on BPSA and burstcoin and Signum, but perhaps not, right? So what are you going to be building? What are the use cases that are going to be available for Signum?
This is related to using the coin as a payment system, or the platform as a payment system. We are aiming for the gaming industry. I cannot go into details right now, but we're aiming towards that. We have support from parts of the gaming industry. We have, and this is thanks to the BPSAA collaboration, we were added to cryptocurrency checkout, where we are added right now as Signum, or Signum. The coin is called Signum, and the platform is called Signum. And they added us, and they're live already. So they did this week. So this is possible to pay on WooCommerce or other e-commerce things with crypto coins. So they support a bunch of crypto coins over there. And this is one of the things we are aiming towards NFT stuff. We hadn't the time to build on that, but we have plans on building up a marketplace for NFT. Maybe we need to think out a little bit how we differentiate for the competitors, like we have already there Rarible and what they call all this stuff. More mobile applications are coming. So right now I'm working on the rebranding for the mobile wallet right now. I took over the maintenance from that. And these are the most immediate use cases we are facing right now. So we have other people already asking for creating their own coins on top of that and all that stuff. And there will be some alignment in the near future with our backers in seeing what more use cases they think got a value or aggregate value for the coin, for the platform. Yeah.
Okay. Now, apart from how decentralized it is, and it's going to get more and more decentralized, I think, as more and more people come on, and apart from the very low energy consumption, why would anybody want to use Signum to build anything with versus other platform protocols?
Well, this is a hard question to answer, because the problem is that I don't exactly know what the capabilities of other competitive ones are. I'll be honest on that. Mm-hmm. I think you mentioned already, I think the sustainable thing is one thing. So this can be placed very good inside the certain mindset, for example, for the younger generation, like Friday for Future movement on that. And I'm pretty sure that many of these, most platforms are kind of not that versatile like ours. I'm not sure if they can have their own token emission on their own coin, if they have the smart contract engine like self-executing, which gives us like new scenarios we're working on. For example, these are kind of, I think, very nice distinguishable features we have. I don't know if they have peer-to-peer messaging, which is encrypted, for example. This is even something there is potential. And we're even thinking about sidechain protocols in some way to speed up things, and doing something on that part. But this needs to be explored and researched a little bit better to see what's possible with all that stuff. So this is more engineering task, and they need a little bit more research to see how we can do that. So I cannot exactly answer your question on that. It's just like repeating what I already said, that we have really powerful, flexible features on top of that. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Well, there's a couple of things you haven't said that I want to add to the mix. So one is this is an established, long-standing blockchain.
It's stable. Yeah.
Yeah, it's stable. It's not like we're going to test, we're launching it tomorrow and let's fingers crossed it works. There are no bugs or anything, right?
No, it's pretty stable.
It has stood the test of time, so it has a lot going for it. I imagine there's a fair amount of liquidity because it's been going for so long. It's on quite a few exchanges.
Yeah, this is something new also. We got listed on 3 more exchanges recently, and there are at least two ongoing negotiations, and so we're growing on that part. People are asking for that, and of course we will go over to the decentralized exchanges also. I mentioned Popularity. This will be a second semester of this year. We will do the integration with them for sure. I know that. We have the BTDEX, our own one, our own trading platform, as you see, we have an own trading platform on our chain. It's not that everybody has.
You do, and the BTDEX has fiat or it's going to have fiat integration.
It will have. It's like we need to figure out, because we are underlying some legal restrictions for some countries probably, and we need to figure out this how we can do this in the way that there are not kind of disadvantages in that kind of parts. But for example, here in Brazil, we have a very established new payment system called Pix, and we will integrate that. Pix is like an instant transfer. It's like Brazil is showing Swift how to do the things right. Yeah. It works awesomely. We have millions of transactions here, all centralized. Of course, it's a central bank working on it, but everybody's starting to using that, and it's here since November. Everybody's like, "Oh, give me your Pix, and I send you some money." Awesome, and we will integrate that.
Okay, very good. All right. So what else is coming up with Signum? What else do you want to let us know? The foundation?
Yeah, I mentioned the Signum Network Association. I meant that just like rapidly. We founded, or one of our members founded the association, a not-for-profit association in Switzerland. There will be announcement of the new chairman in the next days, in the next couple of days. And he will represent himself as the chairman of that association. And let it clear, it's a not-for-profit. It's not an NPO. It's a specific legal entity of Switzerland, which allows us to interact more focused with, for example, potential investors. Now, one of the problems is if you're a decentralized community, it's difficult to officialize persons who being like kind of responsible for certain activities and not being a company. So there's kind of, you need to see how to balance that somehow. And that one is not for profit. The company is not a company; it's an association with non-profit intents. And there's kind of will be kind of membership stuff. Like I need to figure out exactly what that means. So we're ramping up all this stuff. But the association was funded already 2 weeks ago, and I think this will change many things because people who are really interested in the platform from the industry, for example, now they have an official legal entity to go with and saying, okay, let's see what they're going. They have real persons with connections and networking to talk about the things and to try to figure out what's capable. So the community itself would stay community and decentralized and all this volunteer works. But so we just like we have a better point to communicate.
Right.
And this is one of the things we do also. You're already mentioning about communications. Over the time, like 7 years of existence, so we have many information spread around the internet. And many people left already the old community, and they're kind of owners of the domains, and they're abandoned. And you have this typical 404 pages, and the links are dead, and all that stuff. And it's difficult to find up-to-date information about the chain itself, whether it be burstcoin or Signum. So this is another thing that we can restructure and get all the things under control for the community, saying like, we have our pages live and updated right now. We did a lot of homework the last month because of that, because we figured out it's spread it around and nobody's really sure if that is the correct information or is outdated information. And this is problematic.
Okay. So all of that is going to get smoother and tighter and more professional. And then the Signum Network Association is going to be, I suppose, like a separate entity, but presenting Signum for the commercial world, getting into the business world.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So as I said, we are professionalizing the things a little bit more, having professional designers, marketeers helping us with press releases, and they have connections to all that stuff. So this is good. This is good. But we always look at the site and saying, no, we need to maintain the community, which is growing with new faces right now. And actually, we are cutting off the history, to be honest. So there's not everything shiny in our history of burstcoin. And this is one of the ways to make a cut and saying, okay, now we are restarting the engines. As you said, we were already there. We were down at 6 Satoshi in January. Now we are 60 or 70 Satoshi, something around there, just like that.
Yes, very good, very good. Well, I suppose that's the other thing that's, people can get involved in this project and they're getting in at the foundational level.
Yes.
Versus, getting into Bitcoin or Ethereum when they're thousands of dollars. Okay. And I'm not suggesting that one Signa coin will be worth thousands of dollars. If that does happen, given the supply, it means the world's in a really bad shape. The dollar's in really, really bad shape. If you need a wheelbarrow to buy one Signa coin, right?
Yeah, the big thing is when you have a platform like that, so the technology is there, but there's no value in the technology because it's not being used. And this is what we want to change. Yeah. We want to use the platform. We want to give value to it. So this is our vision and our mission in trying to get this adoption things done and making networking with the people like BPSA is helping out greatly. You are helping out greatly as part of the BPSA. These awesome times we see there. Even most projects in the BPSA are like doing like that. It's awesome. So it works out.
Signum's time will come. Signum's time will come, and in a way, it kind of has already, because it has done pretty well the last few months.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fortunately.
Okay. Ollie, is there anything else you want to let us know that we haven't covered?
This was very. No. This was fine right now. So yeah, this is awesome.
Good. Well, look, this is my invitation to, if you're not involved in this project, get involved. Take a look around. Join the Telegram group or the Discord group. If you're from one of the other BPSAA projects, have a look here, because one of the things I know about the BPSAA is that they vet applicants quite rigorously, and they have an interview. And I know of projects that have applied and been declined. So if you get involved in any BPSAA project, you can rest assured it has had some really severe checking going through it. So, and Signum has made the grade. It's committed to privacy and security and mass adoption. Volunteer run project, so anybody can get involved. So go check it out. I'll have all the links in the description below. Ollie, I really, really appreciate you coming back on, and you will be coming on again for an update sometime soon. So please, everybody, please subscribe, comment, like. Ollie, thank you. And between now and when I see you next, please keep filling your pockets with crypto profits. This is Crypto Rich and Crypto Ollie signing out. All the best. Bye-bye.
Bye.